I had a bunch of truck frames stacked up here, and one of them started to lean a little bit over here. I went to go catch it before it fell over, and I couldn't get there fast enough. So the leaning tower of truck frames has toppled over. But on a good note, I got a frame to use. I need the one on the bottom.
So he's thinking about using this frame for his international project. If it's not bent or anything, we're going to check it out.
So this is the frame we're going to use. It's 32 feet long. It's a 5/16 frame. It has very minimal rust, just surface rust, and there's not a lot of holes in it until you get to the front. It's not as nice as the other one, but considering what we're building, it'll be just fine. Unless something else changes, this is what we're using.
So this frame has a little bit of a bow in it, like 7/16 of an inch. So he's just trying to see if he can push it out and maybe still use it. If not, we'll find another one. But it's not a major bend, so it might be worth trying to get it out. Lay it flat and check it.
You can see it right there. It's still about 3/8 of an inch out. So we're going to do it again. I think I got it. I'm going to go move that clamp there just to be sure. Alright, we've got it now. Took 3 or 4 tries to get it everywhere, but it is there. I am happy with that now. That will do. Okay, so this is the frame we're going to use. Took a lot to manipulate that, but I'm happy with it. So, that's one we're going to use. Now we can set it off to the side and continue restacking all the other stuff.
Well, we were moving the rest of the stuff from the pile, and hydraulic line broke for the back steering, right? The back wheels? Yeah. So it made a little bit of a mess.
Probably gonna need another drain pan. This is gonna make a mess.
Okay. Alright, I'll get it.
The spray of hydraulic fluid is vast and wide. It's gonna be a little while cleaning this mess up. Now I gotta get a hose. Hopefully I got enough of it. Well, we're cleaning it up. I got a new hose made. I had CE. He was able to make one for me, so I got it on and routed back up through. It was the one for the steering and comes clear up underneath here into there. So we had to snake it all through, but whatever, we got it. So now we can pick back up where we left off a few hours ago.
So he just recently got his 450 back after letting a friend use it, and the front end is making a horrible noise. Him and Jesse took it out to lunch one day and noticed it, and something's not right. Can't really hear it in here, I don't think, but it's much worse. It was much worse outside. Yeah, that. Yeah, see all that.
First thing you gotta do is take the hub off. These little Allen screws. Then there's a spring behind it. It goes like this. And we gotta take the center hub out. Well, there's this ring, this snap ring of sorts that you have to kind of pry down out of this groove and then work the whole thing out all the way around. You can see it's like 2 layers thick here. And that's down in there. You pull that out, and then you can usually take 2 of the screws on this hub and then pull this inner section out. Then you have a snap ring in here. Where the light's at. Can you get that light? I don't want to touch it. There's a snap ring. This is interesting. There's a washer back in here that comes off. It's just stuck with grease right now. Can't separate the two. If I can get behind it. There we go. Shims. And then that's the end of it. And then the axle is now loose from the bearing. So now we got to take all the brakes off the brake caliper and the bracket so we can remove the rotor and the hub.
Can't really get in there.
But I had the right socket to begin with. I'm not upset that this needs a wheel bearing. That doesn't bother me a bit. It bothers me that he said, I thought you knew about it. There ain't nobody out there that believes that I would run a truck with a noise like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was just bull. Didn't belong to him, didn't care.
Well, he probably figured if he told you about it, then you'd come and get it, and you wouldn't have it.
Yeah, probably. Doesn't matter. he won't borrow it again. How many months do you have this truck?
I don't, quite a few.
Too many, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All I had to do was just tell me that there was something wrong. I'd have been happy to fix it.
Seems like every time he borrows anything,
yeah,
he tears it up.
Yeah.
Or he didn't tear this up, but
no,
he has torn up other
just
stuff.
wear, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I need a hammer. Oopsie. Loader's not that old. Oh, I guess I still got a bolt back here for this wheel speed sensor I missed. Come apart? Nope. Okay, I guess I need a 8mm socket.
Okay.
Quarter. A smarter person would have probably looked at this, ordered the parts, and then fixed it so it wasn't tying up a bay. Well, it's just not how that went, is it? Get this out here. Need a light. Man, look at that. It was grinding into the end of the half shaft, the axle shaft.
Oh, there's your noise.
Whatever. Okay, now I gotta go find a hub.
Well, we got this cleaned up some and painted just to help preserve it, not for looks. He really needs a sandblast cabinet for little things like this, but maybe one of these days. And he got, I think this is called a dust shield, I think. He got this painted. I don't know how well the paint's going to stick to it, but it's worth a try.
So I had two studs that were stuck in the hub that wouldn't come out, and I've never had real good luck getting these out. But I tried penetrating oil, I tried heating it, and I tried the crayon thing. I chose yellow because I figured it'd probably be lemon flavor, but I guess it wasn't. I chewed on it as long as I could, and yeah, it did make a difference. It still didn't help taking this out. As hot as I got it, I figured there wouldn't be any threads when it came out. And there isn't, so I just ordered up 4 new ones. So we'll get the hub and that in the morning and start going back together. Alright, so I got a new bearing and a new stud kit, so we're ready to go in. What I will do is never seize. Where's the, careful on that. The ABS sensor is here, we don't want to break that. So I've never seized the inside of the hub and inside where the studs go, but I will also put never seize on the shank of the studs themselves as well. Pull this off of here. This is out of the way. Careful here. I don't want to break that. Okay. Alright. Now we put some nuts in the back. Grease on this. Go figure. Okay, that's about as far as I want to take that right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the rotor on. Before I do that, people forget that rotors get stuck right here. Also right here. Not so much on the flat, but right here. Where it's a machine fit. And that's what centers it right there. It'll be everywhere now.
It always is.
You know, there's so much controversy over whether you should put never seize on your lug nuts, and people, God, they just go crazy about it. But I'm gonna tell you, I've been putting never seize on everything for a long, long time. Guys will say that this will make it to where they don't torque right or what have you, and I've never had a wheel come loose that I put never seize on a wheel stud, but it is. So here's your difference between a single rear wheel and a dual. Is this adapter right here. Just this is next. This needs to come up like this. On the brake hose. Oopsie, wrong side. I didn't really need to take them off, I guess. So this connector has some dirt down in it. I want to get it out of there so we can make sure it seats good. That dirt can get in them when you take it apart. You can see all the crap falling. Make sure these aren't broken because that's very common. I think it's pretty clean there now. Snap. Now I need to get the trim, the holder loose back in here because it was hanging loose when I took it apart. Nope. Let's see if we can get in this way.
You want a screwdriver?
There we go. Okay, so it's locked into place now. So now we can put it where it goes, which is back behind the splash guard. Alright, that's all in. So now we can start putting the hub back together. So these are all the washers that were in here, and they still have grease on them, so I'm going to leave that grease on there. Push that in, and there's a snap ring. Push the axle farther forward. Make sure it's in all the way. Looking for a hammer.
Well, there is a hammer here if you want it.
We're in. We're in. Okay. Inspect this. Ideally, the best time to inspect it would have been when you took it apart. So if you needed more parts, you could get them, but I wasn't having any trouble with this, so I wasn't too concerned.
Ooh, French onion dip. Ugh. That don't look good, does it?
Looks good to me.
Don't look good for French onion dip.
I want to check the inner bearing on this because this spins in here. Make sure that hub's okay, and it is. It has no play in it at all. It really works well.
What do you need?
Well, I have to put the snap ring in, but I want to put this grease inside here so they have some lube in the teeth that engage. Because once those go in, it's almost impossible to get any grease in there, like for it to move around a bunch. So I just want to make sure we have some grease in here, you know, in the teeth. But not too much to where it tries to push it out. typically what I end up doing. Over greasing. What?
No, I don't believe that.
Never, lady. Okay, I gotta take these out now.
You've never overdone anything.
Nope. Just enough. So this is that snap ring. It's a spiral snap ring. So we're gonna clean all the crud off it so we know that it will go in flat like it needs to. It's kind of like a key ring on a car. Boy, I'm gonna need another blue towel. You see how it works. You start in one part and then you work the rest of it in. Somebody thought this was a good idea.
Probably the person that don't have to deal with it.
I'd imagine.
That sits behind a desk.
Typically that's what it is, but that actually went in pretty easy, didn't it?
Well, so far. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, go around, we should be able to feel on the edge of that. And as long as we can get the pick all the way around there, then we're probably in place where it needs to be. It's kind of a tough thing to see. So we'll grab a couple screws, put them back in there, and see if we can pull on it. Okay, it doesn't come out. I guess we're good. Okay, get the spring in there.
I'll get it.
Get all the crud off a bit. There. Gears look good. The teeth look good. So all that thing is doing is just tying the axle to here. When it slides in, it slides in on those teeth and locks the two together. So all we have to do is push the bolts back so they're out of the way. And line up. Such tiny little bolts for what it does, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Give me that little Allen wrench there. Allen socket.
Oh, I was trying to put it on the impact with one
It
hand.
should be, yeah, I need that little screw over there too.
Okay.
Start them all before you start tightening them up so you get your alignment right. So my future plans for this truck will require me taking these hubs off. So that's why I didn't clean them up and paint them right now, because it's kind of pointless for where I'm headed with this truck. Okay, get my hammer. No, this hammer.
Oh. Okay.
Do I have a 3-inch extension here?
I don't believe so. How long do you need?
Short one, just something to get out past these studs.
Alright.
Guess what?
What? You don't need it.
As long as it took you to go back and finish it up.
Oh well. Happens all the time.
Okay. Be easy with them. I don't want to break them off of that thing. I don't remember the last time I actually put this in full drive. Let's see if it'll work. Oh yeah, I heard it did. I'll look at the axle, see if it's moving up here.
I'm trying to get in there,
Right there.
so you can see.
Now we'll unlock. Yep. Okay. Guess it's time to put the wheel on. Wheel off. Fortune.
I will.
I use so much of this. We're going to wrap that pretty sure. I gotta go see conversation with them. I think that's what I'm now. It's what it was. Okay, almost. There's stuff there. I mean, there's stuff there. I'll put it. Doesn't hurt. If you want to do it better, end up then turn it off. Maybe just mess it. Better have something. Okay. We're waiting for the compressor to pump up. You can see she's leaking oil. That spot over there is power steering fluid, so is the one way over there, but the one in the middle is oil. That's a fair amount of oil, I'd say. Wonder if it's got any in it. Wipe it off and check it again. Not horribly low. In the next stage of this truck, we'll address that, but not right now. And we'll get a new dipstick tube, because it's getting difficult to get in there. Coolant's full. Make sure we didn't lose too much power steering fluid, because what happens is when you turn that wheel without the engine running, you return a lot of power steering fluid to the reservoir. That was good. Without it being able to move that pressure. So it'll leak out of the cap and get on the frame rail and head down underneath the truck like that. Alright, let's see. These tires are supposed to have 95 pounds in them. So let's see what's in it. What do we got? 65. What's that say? 95. I'll put them at 90 because I don't load this thing heavy. And it might make it ride slightly better. Go check the other one. When I drive it, I want to make sure they're both the same, so if it's pulling, we'll know there's something else going on with that tire. 71, 72, something like that. Up to 90. Tires are rated up to 75 miles an hour. I've never had this truck that fast. I don't think I'd ever want to run this truck that fast. The RPMs would be out of this world. Okay, we'll take it for a ride, see what it does.
tiny home they're pulling or something. They keep getting in other people's lanes, they ain't gonna have nothing left.
Yeah. Well, the noise is gone. Got that fixed. And it doesn't pull to one side anymore like it used to, so that's taking care of that. We still may have a bent wheel. It's just unfortunate that the alignment shop, when I took it to them, didn't pick up on the... Man, you need the whole lane, lady?
Well, they didn't paint any lines on the road yet, so she has no clue what she's supposed to do.
But you don't know that it's a two-way road, that you can't have the whole lane yourself?
I guess not. Common sense ain't so common anymore. So.
Well, I guess that took care of the pull to the right, so that's good. Now we'll just get back home. I'll top off that power steering fluid because I can hear it make a little racket.
Oh, that corn shot up after we got some rain.
Yep. Back to the shop, no troubles, everything was better. The pull to that side is gone, and that wobble it had in the steering wheel is not completely gone, but it is definitely better. So now what I need to do is top off the power steering fluid, because when we were turning that wheel left or right with the engine not running, you're returning fluid back to the reservoir, but you're not putting any fluid into the gearbox, so it overflows, you lose some. However, I'm out, so I got to run out and get some, but I'll do that. The truck runs good, it drives good, it's just rough. You can see here this rust on the ground. I put that bed on this truck for my son to use the truck way back when, and the bed was mediocre at best back then. And now it's, you know, even worse. So I don't really want to spend a lot of money and time on the truck to maintain it the way it is. Mechanically, yes, I want it to be able to jump in it and go and use it as we need, but to a point. That bed's going to end up coming off this truck. That cab's not going to be used in this truck, so I don't really want to spend a lot of effort in those things unless it's absolutely necessary. So this video started out, we were working on the cab over, and we got sidelined because the leaning tower frames fell over, and then we straightened the frame. Then we blew a hose on the GRADALL. Then we fixed the hose. Then we fixed this. Now we can get back to where we were. Oh yeah, we straightened the frame. So now we get back to where we started before all of this came about. So look for the next video. Hopefully we're back on either the 5500, the 750, or the Cargo Star. One of those three trucks will be the next video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.